Hello. Hey everyone, and welcome to iRacing. Right? So we're in a place called Lime Rock Park, and we're going to be driving the Kia Optima. It's a free kind of testing session, just to kind of get used to the vehicle and also the track. iRacing is at the highest level of, well, sim racing that you can get. I'm usually comfortable with the likes of a Forza or, Project Cars 2 or even Assetto Corsa Competizione. But Colonel Fork told me to try this, and well, I've been trying this. So I'm going to see what it's like to stream it. I'm using a Track IR just to see how everything turns out. And we're going to give it a bash. So I've kind of, customized how the vehicle looks. Fancy colours, right? So, what we're going to do, we're just going to hit test. And, here we are. So, check on our sounds, because we can probably bring them up a little bit, you know what I mean? So, right. We'll give it a bash and see what happens. So I'll reset my view here, right? Okay, that looks okay. And we have some stuff on the screen. So we've lap timing. We've other buttons. Oh, look, I can hide that. Nice, okay. So we have standings. Oh, look, there's me. Relative, fuel. Right, that's all okay. So we'll just do this, right? So, into first gear we go. And let's ramble out of the pit lane. And let's give it a bash, shall we? So, tire degradation, temperatures, all that kind of good stuff. You got to bed the tires into the track. So they've absolutely nailed this part of it. And the lighting, it's superb. So we're here kind of late evening around the track just to see kind of what it does. Now my setup, I use the Thrustmaster T150. It's cheap and cheerful. It's I know with iRacing, there's those who use direct drive wheels that, there are cars that, cost less. But it's all about track familiarization. It's not necessarily going out here to get the highest possible speed, because you got to figure out how to mind your tires. You got to watch your fuel consumption, all of that good stuff. So, yeah, I'm starting out on this, as I said. I can get kind of, mediocre lap times. I think my best one around here so far is a 55.3. Right, so we'll give this a shot and see what happens. So braking here just at the 200 meters. Bring it all the way back into second, and we'll just hook the corner. And I'm controlling this purely by the accelerator. Power off, power coming back on. Into third as we approach into here to the left-hand corner. Back into second. Just let it go from there. Drop it down into third. Bit of curb on the inside, and full power heading out. Into fourth gear now. We just want to get our braking right because we need to go up the hill. Bit of curb as we do. That's over the hill. This is into a sharp right-hand corner. Down into third. Very close to the curb. And power on out of the corner. This car, it's front-wheel drive, and you know it. Because when you want to add in some power, the car forgets to turn. It just wants to go straight on. So for a little warm-up lap, that wasn't too bad. A 56.9. So we can start attacking a little bit more each lap. Or certainly kind of use this as a chance to try different approaches into certain corners. Your focus could be entry speed or exit speed. And when it comes to an actual race, once you're comfortable knowing kind of what tactics to deploy out on the track, you could create some interesting overtaking maneuvers. Like if you're going to be attacking, entry speed and a bit of underbraking, or if you're going to go heavy on the anchors into a corner, but then it's giving you a perfect line for your exit speed, especially leading up to a straight. That's kind of where you want to be at. Whole lot of curb on that one. So a little bit slower. So let's try a little bit different here now. So again, it's all pretty much controlled with the accelerator, which is ideal. Small bit of braking here. Way too much into that. Okay, so the last corner kind of, you know, that's what killed us. So try it again. So we know if we attack this corner, there's probably at least a second we can shave here, but yeah. Bit of grass there. Not good to do. So my focus now has to be on the very last corner. I need to perfect that a lot better. So here we approached coming down the hill. It's all about positioning. Don't get too close, but again, you want a bit of contact with that curb if you can. So we'll probably finish about a second over our best time here, which isn't bad. For race pace, it's not too bad. But I know we can do better. Again, we're picking up some grass, Joe, just on the verge on the way in. That went horribly wrong. That's a little bit better. So we know where we went wrong now. It was going back up the hill. So a bit of concentration coming into this corner. That's a bit better. Up over the hill, over the crest. I'm going to drop it down into third here now. We want to get our approach onto the final corner perfect. That's looking better. Not too bad. That could have been faster. So yeah, so that's very, very close to our best time. So if you look there, our last lap we did a 55.396, and my best so far around this track has been a 55.334. So, do you know what I mean? Not bad at all, but yeah, I mean, it's the response you get. As I said, like, you know, I've dabbled with the likes of Project Cars, and I've dabbled with Assetto Corsa and that, and the I don't know, just the feeling or feedback you get from iRacing. And like, treat me as an absolute noob when it comes to this stuff. I couldn't tell you one thing from another. All I know, I've just installed it. But the information or the feedback I'm getting from the track and the car through the wheel, and even the positioning, like a track IR is really, really handy. It just helps you pick your braking spots. You can see the apex. I haven't tried this yet in VR, but that's something I'm definitely going to do. Like, it's not bad. Do you know what I mean? So, actually, do you know what we'll do? We'll just exit here. Stop it there now and hit the escape key, because we can watch a replay. And the replay on this is fantastic. So, we'll jump back here. Hold that. I want to go back to the very beginning and let's see what we did. So I think if I hit this button, we're all good. Now, this telemetry that I can see over here, it's interesting. I can see the wheel moving, I can see the accelerator and the brake. Now, I've only a 2-pedal setup. I don't have a clutch, which is fine, and I have the gear shift paddles on the steering wheel as well, which is absolutely fine. So we can hide this and go into kind of full speed mode and even add in a bit of, do you know what I mean? So each lap, you want to be getting not necessarily faster straight away. Your concentration wants to be at your positioning on the track. My advice, if you're like, I don't know this track an awful lot. I've driven here for maybe 40 minutes, 50 minutes in total. So my advice to you is, I wouldn't bother with the track icons, or what are they called? Do you know the racing line that you can turn on? It's like green for accelerate and red for braking. It could help people learn the track, but I think the best way to do it, don't use that. Just look at the track, figure out what each corner does. You'll figure it out fairly quick, kind of what speed you can do. Go around it slow a couple of times, then you'll start figuring out the areas in which you can really give it some speed. And all you have to do is adjust your braking points. So the faster you go, the shorter you want to brake. That kind of stuff. So the cost of entry to iRacing. Okay, you're going to need a steering wheel. And it works off a subscription service, which is kind of not a bad thing considering. It should weed out some of the, you know what I mean? The live at tree crowd, the Egypts coming in and just kind of wrecking your day. Not to say they don't exist, but I would imagine there's a lot less of them. I still know Project Cars or even Assetto Corsa, and their first corner, everyone dies. Do you know what I mean? That's when I hit a thing earlier. And I was like, right, send that car back to the pit lane. And then we went out again. So yeah, it's hang on, if we show kind of the latest laps. What did we do? 10 laps here? Yeah, we did 10 laps. So we look at the last 2 laps here. And yeah, these weren't bad. So this is really attacking this corner. It's down into second gear and it's just hugging that right hand side, and it's all controlled by the accelerator. As I said, once you put power down in a front wheel drive car, it wants to go forward. Like, it'll burn your tires and just drive straight. So coming around here from second into third, probably too much curb there. You can see how much it unsettles the car, which is cool. So this is this mad half chicane coming into the uphill. That was a bit better. And now we approach a third gear, right hand corner. And this approach gets us down the hill onto the back straight. Well, onto the main straight. That wasn't too bad. Now, there's a ton of different cars that come with, your subscription. I think it's 40% off at the moment. So you get a number of cars, you get a number of tracks, and they're fantastic. I'm just going to stick with what they give us first, because unlike any of the more arcade, gamey sort of games, like, it's not about your car collection. They're expensive. Well, they're not expensive. They're $10 or $15 or $20, whatever. But like, the name of the game isn't necessarily just collecting all the cars. You got to learn the car. And there's different setups you can do. You can go all the way into your tire pressures. You can go like everything. Like this, it's the most advanced sim racer I've ever seen, and it's it's just awesome. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. So if you're thinking of dipping your toes into it, I know Colonel Fork is going to be streaming this a lot. For me, I don't know will I stream it, but we'll see if there's enough interest. I'd love to give it a go. If there's enough of us in it, we can even host our own sessions. So, yeah, that's it for this short little video for iRacing, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more of this kind of stuff, well, sure, let me know in the comment section below, and by, applying the thumbs up button-age stuff. But yeah, so until the next time, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.